Hello all my beautiful sisters from those other misters. Welcome to my February beauty recap. So I have been feeling extremely out of touch with my beauty collection in February. Pretty much the only thing that has been consistent is skincare. Makeup, I've been all over the shop. I haven't been wearing much makeup, so I have pretty much no makeup to talk about except two palettes. So I'm just going to start with them. Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics, sorry. So I had this in my project pan for February. I don't even know what month it is. I'm losing the plot. And I was using this, pairing it mostly with the Pat McGrath 2 something, whatever. This is the second one. This is a funny palette. Like, I look at this palette and I'm like, get rid of these two shades, useless. Get rid of this black, useless. Put something else in there. You've got like mauvey tones and then brown tones and a grey, and it's just like ultimate basics. Yeah, you're not wrong. It's so fucking basic. However, it's quite functional. And when you're taking a palette like this, it's got two mattes in it, both very dark colors, one being a black, which I don't particularly care for. Something like this really like helps that palette to just be something more. So yeah, I have issues with this palette. I also have a cat hair stuck to my face. I have issues with this palette, but I also kind of love it. And I'm really glad that I have it in my stash because it makes using other things so much easier. So there we go. That was probably one of my much loved but also very boring makeup products this month or in February. And the next one, like I said, Pat McGrath. I had this in my project pan as well. I think this, I was going to say I think this will be the last time I talk about Pat McGrath on my channel, but I did film just doing my makeup with one of the smaller ones, and I was planning on doing like a 3 looks 1 palette with the bigger ones that I purchased. I kind of don't know if I really want to, because the Pat McGrath video that I did on, like, I can't remember what the palette's called, the something, I don't know. I did a video like using all of the shades in the most recent large palette. People that comment on it still that just want to fucking fight about it. Like, the palette is basically all I said was the palette's not worth 200 Australian dollars. And I stand by that, and I'll always stand by that. And you know, it's people that are like, you're using it wrong, this, that, and I'm just like, just shut up. Like, just shut up. No one, it's a fucking makeup palette. It's not that deep. No one gives a shit. Like, and it's opinion. It's opinion. You know, when I look at this and I'm like, fuck, I spent $200 on that. Like, you know, that's gonna pay bills. And it's just like a basic palette. So I feel like the internet has actually made me dislike my Pat McGrath palettes simply by the way they react to, like, I wouldn't even say my opinion is negative. It's just not a glowing opinion. I don't think they are the second coming of Jesus like so many others do. So every time I use my Pat McGrath palettes now, I'm kind of like, the shine, like, if there was ever going to be any shine with the palette, it's almost gone because, like, aggressive people have left a bad taste in my mouth. So every time I use this palette in February, I was kind of like, oh, you again. So yeah, I kind of like, yeah, I don't know. It's probably like a weird thing to say about a palette, but that's how I felt about it. Anyway, this one, I used a bit in February. I do really like this shade because it's kind of like, you know, Stylishly Merry. It's pretty like gold, pink, duochrome. This gold can look really, really like metallic when it's applied wet. This green is actually really unique as well. It's a duochrome. You can see in the mirror there, it's got like purple tones and then it's green, but when it actually goes on the eye, it's kind of like this, I don't know, it's like a blackened kind of green with gray tones. Like, it's really pretty. And I would certainly say that is a completely unique color to my collection. But everything else, like these 6 here, just boring. And this one, like, it's okay, but it's nothing special. And like this shade, actually, it's funny, I put this on today. So I put this sort of, I don't know, coppery shade with this over the top, because everyone one of the really common comments that I get on like my first Pat McGrath video is, they're a topper, you're supposed to put them over the top to transform the eyeshadow. And it, like, yeah, I've heard that before, but they don't stick. So I put that over and it just like, it was on there for a little bit, like pink sparkly bits. I filmed 2 videos and then I was looking in the mirror and changing my lipstick and I'm like, oh, the top is gone. So yeah, that one, like, it's, I mean, let's try and build it up. Like, so anyway, yeah, the Pat McGrath palettes, I don't know. I think I'll put up the one that I filmed and then just not bother anymore, because I don't want to hear it. I'm sick of it. Like, people can't let you have your own opinion. It's fucking absurd. Okay, moving on from makeup, everything else is skincare. Something that I've been using this month is the Mecca Cosmetica To Save Eyes SPF 30 Hydrating Eye Cream. So I use this during the day because it's an SPF. It has a rollerball applicator. I like the formula of this. Often when I put sunscreens around my eyes, they will, like, you know, sort of seep into your eyes over the day, like it moves, and it burns, makes your eyes water, burns, it's uncomfortable. But this doesn't do that, and I love, love, love that. I think it's fantastic. So this is like totally welcome in my life. I don't particularly like the rollerball. I would probably prefer if it was just like a pump out product, because I feel like you, like, or I put the product on with the rollerball and you can't, like, you can't smooth it into the skin. If you try and like roll over that product to smooth it in, it just applies more product. So then you have to dab over with your finger anyway. So I feel like the packaging is not really necessary. I would prefer just a quick pump, dab it on, and off you go. But if you do have issues with like sunscreen moving into your eyes throughout the day, especially like if you put sunscreen around your eyes and you don't put makeup on and then it like ends up in your eyes, I have that issue too. You are not alone, and this does not do that. It's really nice. And it's a nice light formula too, not greasy or anything like that, which is, it's lovely. I have been really enjoying that. This is the Bioeffect Micellar Cleansing Water. It's almost empty, and I wanted to talk about it because I've been using it a lot this month, and I figured I wanted to get in another chat about it before it is empty. So this is a micellar water. It's a makeup removing cleanser. I would put this sort of on par with a Bioderma cleanser in the fact that once you sort of remove your makeup, your skin feels fairly clean, not like sticky or greasy or anything like that. So I really like it for that. I do think it struggles a little bit with long wear makeup. So some long wear eyeliners, I would say waterproof mascara. I don't wear waterproof mascara unless I'm going to a funeral. But the Hourglass Caution Extreme Lash Mascara, this struggles a bit to get it off. I find I'm like doing a lot of wiping, and then I get a bit stingy because of all the wiping. But as just a general face like makeup remover, it's really nice. And I do like this on the lazy nights where I've been up really late doing something, and I gotta get it off. I gotta get it off quick, and I don't want any remnants of makeup. I want to do a really quick wash in the basin afterwards and just be done with it. This is nice. I like that one. It's expensive. It's bougie. Like, there are cheaper options on the market, all right? This is not something that people need to spend money on because it's better than any other product on the market. But I know there are people out there who are skincare snobs, and that's okay. It's not necessarily a bad thing. If that's where you like to spend your money, then go right ahead, and it's an option. Cleansers. So I've been playing with two in January. One of them is this guy, which is looking grubby. It's a GlamGlow Thirsty Cleanse Daily Treatment Cleanser, mud to foam. So this comes out like a mud. Let me show you. There we go. Comes out like a mud, and then it turns into a very, very low bubble sort of creamy foam. I don't mind this for like a hydrating cleanser that's fairly effective. This one is actually pretty nice. I've used quite a few different ones from the GlamGlow range. I think possibly all of them, unless they have released a new, maybe they have released a new one that I haven't tried. Anyway, doesn't matter. I've used lots of them. And I actually would say that this is probably my favorite of the ones that I've tried. I've tried the green one, tried the black one, this one. Was there a white one? Can't remember. It doesn't matter. This one I do enjoy, but it was the one that I sort of, you can tell it's the one I enjoyed, because the other two I was like, quick, use them up really quick, get them out of the collection, and this one I kind of squirreled away. So I pulled it out again to use it up, because I've had it for a while. But yeah, I quite like that. In terms of like GlamGlow products that I really enjoy, the original mask, the Youth Mud mask, I love that, and I love this. I've got a few of their other masks that I've had sitting there for ages. I haven't even tried them. I'm useless like that. Kiehl's. This is the blue Herbal Blemish cleanser treatment. So this is a face wash. It's not blue. I kind of wished it was blue. It's kind of like a beigey color. It looks, you know what it looks like? It looks like there's some special effects stuff that you can get that you like warm up in hot water. It's a gel, and you can get it like clear. I think they make a red one, and they make like a skin toned one. It looks like that. It honestly, every time I squeeze it out, it reminds me of that. I'm like, this looks like flesh tone gel effects. This is a really nice cleanser as well. The first few times I used it, I made the horrible mistake of squeezing out too much onto my hand and then like rubbing it into my face and having to like rinse so many times. A little bit of this will go a really long way. I think what I really like about this though, like it's a salicylic acid blemish treatment, and often I feel like cleansers that are supposed to target blemishes can leave the skin tight and dry and a little bit uncomfortable, and then you've got to do the hard work of like getting the moisture back into the skin. And when it's like, for me personally, if it's used over a long period, can kind of have like not great effects on my skin. But this isn't drying. This is comfortable. This is a good cleanser. I really like this. Okay, I'm going to talk about another product. This one is, of everything here, my favorite. This is the Lacrette by Lioele, I think it is. Lioele Lacrette Hair Color Keeper. So this is a treatment shampoo. It includes sunflower seed extracts. It's for color treated hair. Supplies nourishment to damaged hair with argan oil, babassu seed oil, and makes your hair to be moist while keeping the balance between oil and moisture within the with the provitamins such as panthenol and silk protein. Okay, so anyway, this is a Korean brand. The reason I started using this was because I had my Davines products in my shower, and they were gifted by a subscriber who watches Beauty News, Madeline, and I had them in the shower and I was using them and really enjoying them, and I started to notice that the shampoo looked like it was being used very quickly, a lot quicker than I was using it, and I was like, no, someone else in my house is using my favorite shampoo, don't touch it. So I took it out of the shower, and I told my mum, don't use that, do not use it. So I put this in the shower and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try it. I haven't tried a lot of Korean cleansing and conditioning products, so I'll give it a go. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the actual fuck? This stuff is, it's almost like shampooing your hair with conditioner. It is the strangest thing. You get a really good foam, which is extremely satisfying for anyone who loves like a good foam in the hair, me. But when you rinse it out, you feel like you've just used a really good conditioning treatment. The hair is like silky smooth and soft. I have even like just shampooed my hair with this and gone, you know, got out of the shower, blow dried it, and it's gorgeous. I'm very, very surprised. Very surprised, very shocked. So, question, have you guys ever used this product or other like Korean or Japanese hair cleansing or conditioning products that just blew you away, that are amazing? Keeping in mind that I have a little bit of damage in my hair. Yeah, I really like, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Totally surprised me. My last product is from Lush. This is the Salt and Peppermint Bark Solid Body Scrub, Naked Body Scrub. It's a scrub, it's a body scrub. So this contains capawaku butter, cocoa butter, pepperminty fragrance, yes. I think this was one of their holiday scents. I don't know, it's got sea salt in it for the scrubby bits. And I was really excited to use this. I don't mind a solid scrub bar. The last one I used was from Ethique, and it was their lime scrub bar. Ooh, I did like that. I liked that very much. So I was pretty excited to use this. Anyway, I started by putting it on my arm, this arm, and I moved over my torso and then onto this arm. And when I got onto this arm, I started to feel like, it felt like prickles on my arm, sort of like tingly, hot prickles. And I was like, what's that? And I'm looking, because I'm like, oh, am I having a reaction? And then it started on my torso, and I was like, oh, this is really uncomfortable. I've never felt this before with a product. And like, you know when you use like a peppermint or a mint something in the shower and it feels cooling, and sometimes if you get in the wrong spots it can feel a little bit too cooling. I actually really enjoy that cooling feeling. I think it's really refreshing, and I particularly like to use those products in summer because it does make you feel like you're cooled down. But it wasn't that. This felt like hot prickles, like hot, like almost being like really gently like stuck with fine point needles all over my arm and my torso and my chest. It was really unpleasant, and I rinsed it off and I'm like, oh man, this isn't right. And it stayed like that. It stayed like that, like the prickly bits, and it was a bit red. I was like, this is not good. So this is Probably my worst experience of the month, unfortunately. It smells beautiful. I'd say there's something in there that I'm potentially sensitive to, if not allergic to. It all looks pretty straightforward, like sea salt, cocoa butter, sodium bicarbonate, kapuaku butter, sodium lauryl sulfate, cream of tartar, perfume, laurel betaine, whatever that is, peppermint oil, titanium dioxide, synthetic I see that mentioned a lot in eyeshadows. It's a synthetic thing to make fancy eyeshadows like these guys. And what else? Iron oxide, tin oxide, color. So I don't know. I feel like there's not really anything strange in there. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it was. But it was extremely uncomfortable, and it continued probably for a couple of hours afterwards. It was fine the next day. No like signs of redness or anything like that, but yeah, that was not really fun. That was very strange. And it felt particularly bad on my torso, like between my belly button and under my boobs. That spot was really not good. I did not enjoy that at all. Sam, I am. Feel free to let me know how you feel about anything that you saw in this video. Not that any of it is very interesting. Mostly, I'm super keen to know if any of you have tried any Korean hair products that you love. I've tried like a few leave-in Korean treatment products, but like in shower stuff, I haven't used a lot, and I am really keen to explore that world, because I think there's some fun stuff to be, well, not necessarily fun, but interesting and good stuff. I'm struggling, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have a cup of tea and a little bit of a rest before I film another video, which will be my like spending habits video recap for the month. I still don't know. What did I even call that? I have no idea. Alright guys, that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.